Di video ini, seorang pemuda mendapat pewahyuan dari Tuhan bahwa HP kita, handphone, smartphone yang kita gunakan, itu adalah alat dari si jahat. Yes, alat dari iblis. Kita lihat, kita dengarkan penjelasannya, dan kita akan komen di belakang. Aku juga butuh pendapatmu. Yuk.
The immense fear, oh Lord, I might cry in this video. The immense fear that I'm feeling right now to get this out is insane. And I do believe that it's Satan attacking me right now. But this is really, really, really important. I have had this revelation from the Father for about 2 years now, and I have neglected to talk about certain things that He has revealed to me, to you guys, because out of the fear of being like hated and just certain things on here. But this is seriously like detrimental, and I keep hearing God's voice to just get it out and just to tell you guys. Phones are demonic. They are so demonic. And it sucks because I'm on here talking about the Lord. Satan cannot create, okay? The devil cannot create. So what does he do? He tries to imitate everything that God does, and he just distorts it in his own way. This is a false connection. This is a false connection that we have with each other. We're so attached to our phones, scrolling and comparison, and all the doors that it just opens up. It's literally Satan and his demons working at hand through this. God can connect with us and speak to us, and He is omnipresent in many natural ways through the Spirit, not through a phone, but through the Holy Spirit. And Satan can't do that. He can't talk to us personally like Jesus can. So what does he use? He uses a phone for this false connection, for this false social like living, giving us a false hope and a false identity of like, oh yeah, we're all connected, but we're actually not. How many people, please, because this is applicable to me. How many people do you go out and you physically see face to face and you talk to them about Jesus Christ and you talk to Him about the deeper things in His Word? How many? But instead we get on here because it's just easier, and it's just easier to connect and push out that way. But we are literally chained to our phones. Because whether or not it's just for this, again, whether or not this is just because of God or outside of God, but we idolize our phones and we idolize the people that we are watching through our phones, and we compare ourselves and we want to be this person, we want to act like them. But then I want to tell you guys right here, right now, not everybody that posts Christian content or talks about God or just lives a certain way is actually how they're living, and you're trying to compare and become this person that you see on the screen when they are so far from God. And if you start comparing and actually becoming this person out of this idolization, you're only getting closer to hell, because they're not even close to Jesus. Do you see what I'm kind of saying right now? Like, God can speak to us because He's omnipresent. He can speak to us in many, many ways, and Satan cannot. So he uses what? Phones. Everybody has phones. Everyone has phones. Is it not crazy to you? And now we just sit back and just do whatever we want to do through a screen without any actual physical interaction with another human being. Like, is this making sense? Like, no wonder you feel so alone and so depressed. It's because your connection is through a phone, through wires, through chips, and through a computer. It is not authentic. It is not in the flesh. And that is how the 12 disciples and Jesus Christ lived. Jesus is literally saying that we're consumed by our phones, by the technology. He came in a time where there wasn't anything, and that is the example. Satan mimics everything that God does, and the phones is just simply another way of it. There is nothing organic and there is nothing spiritual edifying that comes from this phone, from this wired brick. Only a false connection. And no, this is not me disregarding how God can work through this. But this is absolutely a device from Satan. And all of these apps that we're constantly on and scrolling and that we're putting over God is absolutely from Satan. God did not create this, man did, from the worldly, earthly wisdom. There's absolutely a false connection with phones. Like, there's no other way to put it. It is just demonic. Anyways, go ahead, call me crazy. It's okay. I just know what the Lord tells me. I encourage you guys to get off your phones, like seriously, and go and physically tell people about Jesus. That's something that I'm going to start doing again, because Jesus did it that way. And so why am I doing it over a phone? Over something Satan has authority over? For goodness sake. Most people have an iPhone. What's on the back of it? A bitten fruit.
Oke, aku punya dua pendapat. Satu adalah setuju dan satunya ada yang tidak setuju juga. Mungkin kita bicara yang setuju dulu. Bahwa betul handphone kita, HP kita itu membuat koneksi palsu di antara kita. Makanya tadi dibilang, that's why kamu tuh berasa selalu sendirian. Kamu berasa nggak punya teman. Iyalah, karena tiap hari, tiap detik yang kamu ngecek, udah berapa likesku, udah berapa like komenku. Hal-hal kayak gitulah yang zaman dulu memang nggak ada gitu. Kita berasa kita deket sama orang. Oke sih, mungkin HP mendekatkan yang jauh, tapi menjauhkan yang dekat. Berapa banyak keluarga-keluarga sekarang yang di meja makannya sibuk main HP semua. Yang di meja makannya ke distract, oh ada notif ini, ada notif itu. Berapa banyak anak-anak kecil yang sudah tidak main-main di luar lagi, tapi di rumah aja nge-scroll. Tidak ada interaksi fisik, tidak ada pertemanan yang nyata, semua hanya dari layar. Itu aku setuju, itu sangat merusak kita sebagai manusia, seorang makhluk sosial. Kita butuh loh koneksi yang nyata, koneksi yang real, hubungan yang nyata, dan tidak bisa kecanduan sama yang namanya HP. Tapi aplikasi-aplikasi zaman sekarang mendesain biar kita penggunanya itu terus ada di dalam aplikasi itu, dibuat fiturnya bagaimana biar muncul hal-hal yang kita suka dan kita akan nonton terus dan nggak sadar udah setengah jam, udah sejam, udah 2 jam. Hati-hati, self control itu perlu banget. Kalau perlu dibatasin satu hari mau berapa menit bukanya, biar kita bisa tetap hidup sebagai manusia yang nyata gitu, tidak cuma dari sosial media. Nah, tapi yang aku nggak setujunya nih, kita masuk ke hal yang aku nggak setuju, bahwa penginjilan jangan dilakukan di sosial media. Tadi argumennya dia adalah, Tuhan Yesus saja lakuin secara face to face. Kenapa kita lakukan secara HP? Satu sisi adalah, oke, zaman dulu belum ada radio, belum ada TV, belum ada YouTube, belum ada sosial media yang lain. Tuhan Yesus lakukan itu. Sekarang, betul, kita harus terus lakukan itu. Tapi dengan teknologi yang berkembang, kita gunakan juga teknologi yang ada. Kenapa? Karena banyak banget orang-orang di sini yang mengkonsumsi konten. Dan kalau tidak ada anak Tuhan yang masuk ke area ini, yang dia konsumsi konten-konten dunia semua. Bukan berarti penginjilan yang face to face, yang bertatap muka kita hilangin. Tidak, tetap kita lakukan, tapi ditambahin juga sama ini. Karena kalau kayak gitu kan kita bisa bilang, Tuhan Yesus dulu nggak pakai mobil tuh, dia jalan kaki. Udah kita nginjil jalan kaki aja, nggak usah naik pesawat, nggak usah ke luar negeri, nggak usah ke pelosok-pelosok daerah, nggak usah. Jadi kita juga tetap perlu menerima perkembangan teknologi yang ada, dan tetap perlu ada anak Tuhan yang masuk ke dalam teknologi. Meskipun tadi yang berlebihan, teknologi banyak efek negatifnya juga. Tapi kalau dibiarkan, kita nggak bisa, kita ditelan sama perkembangan teknologi. Kita nggak bisa bilang, lu semua jangan pakai HP. Nggak bisa. Akan sangat ketinggalan sama dunia. Akan sangat ketinggalan. Mau cari kerja gimana? Semua sekarang pakai website, semua pakai CV yang didesain sangat bagus. Kalau nggak ada teknologi gimana? Jadi digunakan tapi dengan cara yang baik. Seperti pisau, bisa digunakan untuk memasak buat orang, tapi bisa digunakan untuk bunuh orang. Kita mau pakai sosial media ini buat apa? Itu aja mungkin pendapatku. Terima kasih udah mendengarkan. Aku pengen tahu juga komentarmu, pendapatmu seperti apa. Tulis di kolom komen. Dan itu aja. God bless you.